I married the man I could not stand. People often ask how my husband and I met. They expect a romantic answer. Love at first sight. A chance encounter. A magical coincidence. Instead, I usually tell them the truth. I couldn't stand him. He was so aggravating. The funny part, he couldn't stand me either. My name is Jessica. A marketing manager in Singapore. And the man I'm married to today used to be the single most annoying person I'd ever met. His name was Daniel. Daniel joined our company as the new senior project manager. On his very first day he walked into our meeting room. Confident. Perfectly dressed. Coffee in one hand. Laptop in the other. He smiled. I've got a few ideas. I immediately became suspicious. People with a few ideas usually meant everyone else's ideas were apparently wrong. Halfway through the meeting he said, "We could make this process more efficient." I folded my arms. "Oh, how?" He smiled. "I made a spreadsheet." Of course he did. Within a week the office had started making bets. What are they arguing about today? Monday, fonts. Tuesday, deadlines. Wednesday, meeting durations. Thursday, where to go for lunch. Friday, air conditioning temperature. Daniel insisted 23 degrees. I preferred 25. The HR manager finally sighed. I should buy everyone jackets. One morning I rushed into the lift carrying coffee. The doors closed. I turned around. Daniel. Of course. He smiled. Morning. The lift suddenly stopped. Power interruption. We were trapped. For 25 minutes. Daniel looked at me. So, no meetings to argue in. I sighed dramatically. Don't start. 5 minutes later we were discussing favorite movies. 10 minutes later we were laughing. 25 minutes later the lift opened. The receptionist looked surprised. I expected shouting. Daniel smiled. We're taking the day off. Our boss sent us to visit clients together. Lunchtime arrived. Daniel suggested Maxwell Food Center. I looked suspicious. You eat hawker food? He laughed. I'm Singaporean. I thought spreadsheets only ate salads. He looked offended. I love chicken rice. That afternoon we discovered we both preferred the same stall. The same drink. The same dessert. I frowned. This is inconvenient. After visiting a client, rain suddenly poured. Neither of us had umbrellas. Daniel looked at me. We run. We'll get soaked. We're already getting soaked. We ran anyway. Halfway across the road I slipped. Daniel caught me before I hit the ground. I looked up. He smiled. You all right? I nodded. Unfortunately. He laughed. I was hoping you'd say thank you. I was considering it. Soon people started whispering. They're getting along. We're not. The receptionist smiled. You smile differently now. I looked confused. How? When Daniel walks in. I denied everything. Very loudly. Which somehow convinced nobody. One evening we stayed late preparing a presentation. Around 9 o'clock Daniel quietly said. You know what? I didn't like you either. I laughed. I know. I thought you were impossible. I thought you were arrogant. He smiled. I am not arrogant. You definitely were. I was nervous. I blinked. What? I wanted everyone to think I knew what I was doing. The room became quiet. Then I admitted. I kept arguing because I thought you'd replace me. He smiled, grabbing Jessica's hand and kissing it. So, we were both wrong. Once we understood each other, everything became easier. The arguments remained, but now they ended with laughter. He still made spreadsheets. I still ignored half of them. I still changed his presentation colors. He still secretly corrected my formulas. One afternoon he smiled. I've accepted something. What? You're always going to move my sticky notes. I am. And I'm always going to put them back. Probably. 3 years later, at our wedding, we stood in front of our families, friends, colleagues. During the wedding banquet my younger sister stood with the microphone. I'd like to tell everyone a secret. I immediately became nervous. When Daniel first joined Jessica's company, she came home every evening complaining. The room laughed. He's so annoying. He thinks he's clever. Why does he smile so much? Everyone laughed louder. Daniel whispered, I remember those days. Then my sister smiled. Now. She complains if Daniel forgets to buy milk. The room erupted. One Sunday afternoon, Daniel and I were cleaning our study. While sorting through old documents, I found a notebook from my first year at work. Inside was a page titled, Things I Cannot Stand About Daniel. Number 1. Too organized. Number 2. Smiles too much. Number 3. Always thinks ahead. Daniel looked over my shoulder. I've improved. I laughed. No. You've become worse. He looked horrified. Worse? You still smile too much. You still organize everything. You still make spreadsheets for holidays. He grinned. So why did you marry me? I smiled. Because eventually, I realized those weren't flaws. They were the reasons people could depend on you. He quietly took my hand. And you? What about me? You still leave cupboard doors open. You still steal fries from my plate. You still refuse to follow recipes. I laughed. So why did you marry me? He smiled. Because life would be incredibly boring without you. We both laughed. People often think love begins with butterflies. Or fireworks. Or perfect first impressions. Ours began with disagreements. Misunderstandings. Arguments over air conditioning. And one very unfortunate spreadsheet. Sometimes, the person you dislike the most at first simply hasn't had the chance to become the person you'll love the most. So yes, I once hated the man I'm married to now. Thankfully, we both turned out to be completely wrong. The end. I hope you love what we brought you. This story was created by Pearl. Please remember to subscribe and like so that we can continue to create more stories.